And I'm now assuming that same girl who was trying hard, giving her best, trying to go across and conclude an account, is now in a position where she hires some of the best people in her team, because evolution happens. You're a very senior member now. Yeah. You're a very large team now. How much of what you just said comes as a part of your decision making in hiring as well? Because, and it's a very deep thing, that what matters is the intent of the human being.
Yes.
The intent is the DNA test.
Yes.
The outcome is situational.
Yeah.
As long as the intent is clear, pure, and correct,
Totally.
outcomes will vary basis the circumstance, basis tailwinds, basis headwinds, basis market conditions. There's so many intangibles that you can't control.
Yeah.
So what you said, right? जो मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, उसके बारे में मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकती.
Yes.
जो मेरे कंट्रोल में है, उसके बारे में जरूर मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ.
Yes.
So when you now look back, today, 23 years later, when you're hiring that Ruchita that you see in that team, how much of intent or how much of importance is given to that mindset of that intent in terms of hire, and how does that go across and change the DNA of the team as well? The reason I ask this was a lot of our viewers will also be in roles where they are going for that interview.
Yeah.
They will be meeting their future Ruchitas. Yeah. They will be meeting their inspiration of Ruchitas to say that I want to work with her. And this understanding will help them to outline their thoughts in an interview. So give us that mindset of the Ruchita who took that first job and learned that journey to 23 years later when that Ruchita is now hiring 10 other young Ruchitas.
Yeah. So as you rightly said, right, it's usually you're assessing for skill in an interview or you're assessing for will, right? The will
is everything.
Is everything. Because skill can be taught. Most of the roles that we are doing, whether it's a startup or a role in a company or whatever we are doing, right? Most roles are not where we are trying to invent, some very complex molecular formula, right? That needs deep technical skills. It needs technical skills, but many of this can be taught as well. Will is the most important thing. So when I'm looking at candidates and people in my team, so I think the one biggest thing that I'm always looking for is that will and that ability to take charge. This action orientation versus not. I think that is also very important, because you could have the will but not the action orientation. So I'm usually looking for the will and I'm looking for action orientation, that thing of saying that I can make a change. I'm not somebody who's going to say that, yes, I have the will, but somebody else needs to come and do the change. So I'm looking for these two things.
मैं impact खुद कर सकती हूँ या खुद कर.
हाँ, that confidence or that ability to say कि मुझे change करना है is also very important, equally important, right? Because then you're always becoming hopefully a part of the solution
and not the problem.
And not the problem.
You know why I'm smiling and why I think all of these dots connect in such a beautiful manner. And also for our viewers who've seen few of the episodes in the past, there have been at least 4 entrepreneurs at different scales. When we discussed hiring and the mindset of an entrepreneur to hire, the answer is identical to what you said.
Wow.
The answer is identical to say that skill is something that can be taught, but will is something that is you're born with.
Yes.
It can't be taught.
Yeah.
And as entrepreneurs, it's so important for them also to have people in their team with the mindset to say, यार हमें सीखना है, हमें करना है, हमें जानना है, हमारे अंदर वो शिद्दत है, हमारे अंदर वो भूख है. And look at the beauty that someone who is at a leadership position but is not in an entrepreneurial role has that identical mindset to build her team.
Yeah.
The connect, and the reason why I said you're so special for this show is you are bridging that element of mindset to say that even at KMP level, entrepreneurial mindset or non-entrepreneurial mindset, the mindset is everything.
Totally.
It doesn't matter whether the PNL is something that you're managing or the PNL is something that you're creating. As long as the DNA and the mindset is the same, you will keep growing. That is the proof and that is the concept of today's episode for the viewers to say कि ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपको खुद से हर चीज़ शुरू करना है. ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर बार एक इंसान बोले मैं तभी सक्सेसफुल हूँ क्योंकि आज का फ्लेवर है एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना। ये ज़रूरी है जानना कि सक्सेस के लिए it's the mindset that matters. And that is what you're seeing as we speak with Ruchita, because it's the mindset, and you would have heard earlier, it's the mindset similar with various other entrepreneurs who came and said the same thing. So this is the beautiful entrenchment that comes in. But now tell me, let's take a very interesting part of your life which a lot of viewers will be excited about.